Good morning, folks. Welcome to North Coast Coffee Chats. I'm Lone Coach Kelly.
And I'm David West, your solar best.
As members of North Coast Networking Group, NCNG, we are striving to connect our local entrepreneurs with the community of North County, San Diego, helping them build their business, expanding their foundation of connections, and building a solid referral base with all of our members of our networking group. And today, we are going to be talking with Patrick Zepeda. Patrick, welcome.
Hey, nice to be here.
Yeah, buddy. So Patrick's a member of our NCNG, and he runs Pacific PCH dry carpet cleaning.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to know a little bit about him, a little bit about his business, and how he can make your trashy carpet look brand new. Dave, let's dive into this one today.
All right. So Patrick, it is St. Patrick's Day, which is just an amazing day for you. But beyond that, tell us a little bit more about yourself and your journey. Where are you from? What brought you to North County? And ultimately running PCH dry carpet cleaning.
Okay. My name's Patrick Zepeda. I was born and raised in Carlsbad, California.
Yeah, buddy, local.
Local. Grew up skating around the streets, riding bikes till dark, and just getting dirty. I worked in the restaurant industry for most of my life, and found myself not feeling very rewarded from doing that. It's a tough industry, and it's kind of wear and tear on your body.
Sure.
Long nights and long days. So Kevin Allen, he's the original owner of PCH Dry Carpet Cleaning, Pacific Commercial and Home. And he approached me with an opportunity to come work for him. And at first, I had no desire to start cleaning carpets. It seemed like a very nasty, kind of like, why would anybody want to go into that career? And when COVID hit, restaurant industry took a dive, and Kevin took opportunity to that and got me to join his solo crew of PCH Dry Carpet Cleaning. And I found within the first couple cleanings that I actually really enjoyed the process and what I was doing. It's very methodical. You have a end goal, which is to make the carpets look as brand new as possible, while leaving the homeowners with a refreshing sense of clean in their home. And so shortly after that, Kevin mentioned that he wanted to send the business off to me. And I was like fighting it. I said, no way. There's no way I'm taking over a business. I'm just a SoCal skater who's worked in the restaurant industries. There's no business for me here. And he said, no, you have this. And I've known Kevin for 17 years, probably going on 18 now. And he just affirmed multiple times that this was something that I could do, and that he wanted me to take care of his baby. And so last February, we signed documents, and I am now 90% shareholder of PCH Dry Carpet Cleaning. And I have just been having an adventure every day, going out and cleaning carpets, meeting tons of new people, and maintaining just wonderful relationships with the clients that I have already. So yeah, that's kind of my journey that brought me here.
Sweet, buddy. That's great. Being a member of NCNG now for what, a year and a half or
I'd say,
so?
yeah, a year and a half.
So getting to know you over that period of time, and having referred you a number of properties, not a single one has ever come back and not been satisfied. And like having multiple clients call me and say, your carpet guy is the best carpet cleaner I've ever worked for. I've referred him to like 3 people. And like, that's the passion you actually take in your job, is that you feel the sense of reward for your accomplishment. And not all jobs have that, dude, I killed it. Like I just finished that, right?
Yeah.
But you have a task. It has a start, it has a finish. And when you get to that finish, you know whether you did the job you wanted to do or not. And so that's awesome. That's how you build that passion for your business. So, you said at the beginning, you were like, no way. Like, I'm not a business guy. Like, I'm a skater. I've been in restaurants. I can't do this. But then now you can. Tell me about some of those initial like challenges that you faced trying to just get beyond your own mindset and get you into that space to believe in yourself? Like, how did you go through that challenge, that struggle to get beyond that initial space that you can't?
Well, I think a large part of that had to do with Kevin constantly driving me to believe in myself that I could do this and that it wasn't as scary as I was making it out to be. Um, Obviously, with owning your own business comes a ton of responsibility, and let's face it, I'm at the time I'm just a year over 30, and I still wasn't just ready for the responsibilities that growing up has to give you. And I decided I fought Kevin a lot on this. I didn't want to have a ton of responsibility that I knew that I was going to be liable for. So overcoming that just took a lot of kind of meditation and kind of letting it solidify that this was something I could do. And it after those 2-3 jobs that I did, that helped me realize that this was fun in its own weird way of cleaning carpets. It was fun. I just kind of told myself, you can do this.
Okay.
It didn't take much more than Kevin's pushing and my own mind just saying, let's go.
Kind of like that
Let's
first
figure.
time you sat at the top of a half pipe and you're like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And
Oh,
then
that
you're like, oh, I'm doing it. I'm up here. You just got to go.
Yeah, and I did it. Albeit I fell 12 feet and knocked myself unconscious that first time, but man, I had that go-getter attitude for sure.
Yeah.
So I really actually like that analogy. Yeah, that was spot on.
Bring it home. Bringing it home.
So far, I haven't knocked myself out though, so that's good.
That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be an interesting situation for a homeowner to come find you knocked out
Oh
on the carpet,
man,
right?
a couple head bonks here and there on some shelves, but no, we're good.
So look, your business is significantly different than every other carpet cleaning company out there. And you guys created this chemical, this thing that's completely different. I want to dive into that for a minute.
Yeah.
Stop talking about you and your journey. Let's talk about your system and your process, because that's something that really sets your business apart from others besides it being Patrick Zepeda's business.
Okay, so with most carpet cleaning, conventional carpet cleaning, you usually find a truck mounted machine that has a giant reservoir with water that is pumped into your carpets, usually heated, so they call it steam cleaning. And then that steam is extracted by high powered suction. But what Kevin found was that a lot of that moisture remains in the carpet, which over time draws more dirt, bacteria. There's a potential for mold growth beneath the padding. So that's where dry carpet cleaning comes in. Or better yet, we like to call it very low moisture carpet cleaning. So these chemicals, which I really like to call solutions because they are people, plant, and pet friendly, they're lightly sprayed onto the carpet and they're scrubbed in with an oscillating orbiter machine. And over 20 minutes time, 15, 20 minutes time, that solution encapsulates, basically forms a microcrystal around any dust, dirt, debris, dander, bacteria, germs, whatever's in your carpet. And it allows me to extract that with a modified vacuum that can pull out moisture, a wet dry vac. And after that, we spray another encapsulation solution to kind of lift any remaining moisture and debris that could have been left from that first pass, and it leaves a nice brushed look finish on your carpets. And usually they can be dry in about an hour, which is it's incredible,
yeah.
weather permitting, obviously. And with the rain we've been having lately, I've had to tell some clients, hey, it might take a little longer than an hour. And most of them don't mind if it takes 3 hours because
It's much faster than
yeah,
normal.
with the conventional cleaning, I've heard stories of people saying it took 12 hours, 24 hours for their carpets to be completely dry.
A full
So,
day.
yeah, a full day. And I mean, you have to use your home. So
Yep.
if you're walking on your carpets after a cleaning like that, it's trampling on it. The
Yeah.
carpet doesn't have time to set. So that's what kind of sets our process apart a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm curious, what are the similarities you found between skating and this new adventure?
Oh, let's talk skateboarding. That's something I could talk about all day. Um, I don't Kelly mentioned that taking that first leap at the top of the half pipe, and you get butterflies. You're kind of nervous. You don't know if it's something you can accomplish, but you overpower that and you overcome that in your mind, and you say, "I'm going to go for it." And that feeling of successfully completing the trick is one of the best feelings ever. And to anybody who's a skateboarder out there, you can attest to this, or any action sport, really. Um, so how that relates to carpet cleaning and that business side of things is there's times where I walk into a job and I'm like, oh no, this is the one. This is the one that's going to put me to shame. There's no way I'm getting through this. The customer is not going to be happy with the end result because this carpet is too far gone. But I put my head down. I get to work. I just remember what I was taught, go through the steps, and just simplify the process. And as you get about an hour or two into it, you're starting to get some areas nice and cleaned, and you say, "Hey, we're actually doing this." And that feeling of kind of overcoming that doubt that you had in your mind to the particular job is just, I mean, it's what keeps me going. And I can't tell you how many times I've blown myself away, my own disbelief when it comes to cleaning some of these carpets and couches that I've done in the past. So, yeah.
And if you're blowing yourself away, you're definitely blowing your clients away.
Yeah, no, and I'm my own worst critic. I have massive obsessive compulsive disorder. I'm a perfectionist. I picked the wrong industry to have those traits for myself, but it is to the client's benefit. So yeah, it works out, and people are usually pretty floored by the by the results.
Oh,
No
yeah.
pun intended.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you're a regular at our house, right? Yeah, every 6 months, 2 kids, a dog, plenty of foot traffic. Like, our carpets are always thrashed, and it never cease to amaze me when Patrick leaves. It's like, did we just have new carpet put in or something? And then, not to mention, like, the guy goes through and cleans your kids' rooms and like makes their beds because he's got like such a focus on like making that space as great as you can have it. And like, my wife was just blown away. She's like, Patrick was here for like 5 hours. She's like, you need to pay him like twice whatever he bills you. I was like, tip him. He'll be happy.
We were there 5 hours because I think we missed our last opportunity to clean, and I remember I wanted to make sure I just really dialed it up for you because I have high respect for you, Kelly, and no client gets any less treatment than the rest, but the bed making, that's not included in my prices.
Services.
That was just kind of the presentation of walking into a room, and the made bed would, it was the icing on the cake that I had to do. It was almost like a joke, but yeah, not because it looked really good.
It went well. Yeah, it worked.
Happy joke. Well, Patrick, you've been running this business by yourself for over the last year, and it's incredible. I love so much about specifically that part, how environmentally friendly it is. What do you think is next for your business and the industry itself? Because you drive around all the time, you see all these carpet cleaning businesses, and you can just tell they're not thinking about how much water they're using as you do. Yeah. So how do you think the industry is going to change, and how is your business going to change?
Well, yeah, that's actually one of the driving factors to what keeps me passionate about this job is knowing that it is environmentally friendly, whether it's the solutions that are green safe. So they're very low impact on your lungs, on your skin. I mean, I'm crawling around on this stuff all day, every day, and I don't break out in my knees, and my elbows and hands aren't dry.
The carpet is.
The carpet is. Yeah. But anyways, I think when it comes to environmentally friendly, that's a huge thing in life right now. And there's a lot of people out there that want to make sure that they're treating their home in a larger perspective with respect. So these conventional cleaners, and I'm never out to bash any person who's doing their job and making an income. So it's not a bashing on conventional cleaning. This is just another option for people that want to contribute less of an impact, primarily in our water supply. Uh, Now, with all the rain we've been having, I know it seems like we might be back on track in terms of drought um, conditions. But that's not to say that in another 5 years we could be facing another drought. And I think with our very low moisture carpet cleaning, I mean, I've done 4 to 5 bedroom homes with about, let's just round up to about 6 gallons of water. Conventional, you're looking at 16, upwards of 20 um, gallons of water that they're pumping into your carpets and then extracting. Now, that's a pretty big difference.
That's significant difference.
You know, that's like cutting your shower time in half if you take 20-minute showers, you know? I mean, it's like it's a big difference. Um, so that being a driving force towards just continuing to do what I like to do and love to do on a day-to-day basis is, you know, it's special, honestly. I can remind myself of that constantly when I'm on a job, that this is actually a great way to clean without wasting uh, materials and things that we need to sustain life. Water.
There you go. So looking into the future, you're a one-man band today, but what does tomorrow look like? What are you trying to do with your business? Are you just trying to keep a fairly small independent, or are you thinking that you've got some growth that you want to build your company?
You know, I've been that's an excellent question. I've been kind of juggling both spectrums. Because I am new to the business, and it's been just a little over a year since I've been fully on my own. Um, there's times where I imagine a fleet of PCH dry carpet cleaning trucks running around towns, saving the environment one home at a time. And then there's other times where I just really love the personal relationship that I have with all of my current clients, um, that I'm able to maintain. And I think what keeps me from wanting to expand in any regard would only be that I wouldn't be able to have a personal relationship with every client. And that is something that's very important to me and is also another driving factor towards why I love what I do. Um, so who knows? I think give myself another year or two to just kind of really see where I want to go with this. And I think honestly the world is as big as I want to make it in terms of the carpet cleaning business, you know?
Well said.
Yeah, I don't there is no limits, but only the ones I put on myself. Same with skateboarding, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's great because you really can do anything that you want, and you have the time to be able to make those decisions when life feels comfortable, and the position that you've put yourself in and you've created allows you to take that next step. And only being a year ish as an entrepreneur and learning everything that it takes to be an entrepreneur. Oh my gosh, I need a website. Oh my gosh, I need social media. Oh my gosh, I need to do accounting. Oh my gosh, I need to submit that invoice to that person to get paid. Like all of those things you're not normally used to doing because you're just an employee and you go out and you do your job and you get a paycheck. And then all of a sudden it's your business and you're like, oh my gosh, I can do all these things too. Like I can't just do my job. I got to do all of these things to build my business. So all in due time,
Yeah.
all in due time. A couple things that you have also evolved into since you took over the business. You started out, and I remember all you guys were focused on was carpets, but you've expanded that, and now you're cleaning a lot of other things. What else are you focusing in on right now?
Making beds for sure. No, we do tile, hard flooring,
Okay.
and upholstery as well, using the same green safe solutions. Tile, it's tough to do a very low moisture cleaning on, but it's still uh, less water waste than a steam cleaning being done on tile. It might be a little more scrubbing and polishing on my end, but that's that's one little hit I'm willing to take to ensure that the process remains as green and as conscious as possible. So yeah.
So upholstery, furniture,
Yes.
carpet,
Yes.
tile, cleaning grouts.
Oh yeah.
So
Lawns? No lawns yet?
No, we don't do the astroturf cleaning. No, none of that. That's a whole nother process.
Yeah, I
But
can
well, I
imagine.
could tell you there's a lot of money in that if you could come up with a solution. I tell you, dogs and turf do not mesh well.
no, yeah, that's actually that's actually inspiring. Thank you. I should keep that in mind for sure.
Yeah. Talk to the guru Kevin. Come up with a new solution.
Yes.
So you're a skater. You've been original from Carlsbad, like grew up here. What are some things that you love to do around North County, San Diego? And you're also, just so everyone's aware, pretty newlywed.
Oh yeah.
So what do you guys like to do around North County, San Diego? What are you guys' hobbies? How do you keep your life balanced while you're dealing with all these carpets?
Excellent question. Well, as much as I'd like to admit that I'm out there doing as much as I can. This past year has been very focused on running my business, and that with that comes long days, long hours. One thing I will find is that I wake up each day and I'm so excited to go back to work. Whereas, when I was working in the restaurant industry, it was a drag to get out of bed and do the same thing over and over. But with this, it's constantly evolving, and I am just constantly building new relationships with people. But something else that a few things that help me kind of keep a balance in that is, aside from skateboarding, which I really need to get the ball rolling on doing more of that. Um, is going to concerts. I find that I really enjoy going to see music and getting out of my headspace and just listening to these people do wonderful things with their instruments, something that I never had a talent in. So I have a high respect for going to see live music, and I'm across the spectrum, anything from like electronic music to country, and jazz, and everything that falls in between that. So yeah.
I love that. He's also a really, really good golfer. Surprisingly, did not even know it, and he just took us away at the driving range. So
Oh man, yeah, that was fun. I hadn't probably swung a golf club in like 10 years, but it's like
it was
anything in
natural.
life.
It was,
You do enough of it, it comes back to you.
yeah,
We all did great that day.
yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun.
So, kind of coming down to the tail end of this episode here today, tell us two things. One, since we are North Coast Coffee Chats and we're having coffee here today, being born and raised in Carlsbad, there's a lot of good coffee joints out here. What is your go-to spot?
Oh man. All right, first and foremost, the Cup Coffee Shop in Oceanside, California.
A cup.
It's off Wisconsin Street, and it's literally a stone's throw from my home, which makes it so convenient. And it's locally owned. Everybody's super friendly in there, and they see me at my worst, which is when I come in groggy-eyed with sleepers in my eye, and I'm just like, I like to think that I'm a very witty person, and that
Oh, you are.
Yeah, like I got jokes, but man, they catch me when I'm just charging up for the day. And so I've told them that before. I'm like, man, I wish you could see me at 4:00 p.m., like I'll crack you up. And then, so there's times where I go in the afternoon and they kind of see a different version of me that they're not used to. And they're kind of like, whoa, like, who's this guy? I'm like, but yeah, the Cup Coffee Shop, great food as well. If you need to grab a bite to eat. But the coffee is strong.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where I'm at. Yeah.
So Americano, latte, coffee black with cream, like what's your go-to?
Oh, nice. I am known there for being strictly iced coffee, black, no additives. Most of the time I walk in, they're already pouring it for
They
me.
see you, they know.
Past couple days, I've been doing some hot coffees, the pour over drip. If you bring your own cup, it's $1. I mean, you can't beat that.
That is
And that's
legit.
like talking, we're saving the environment. Let's reuse some cups. But I was just told today that if the time's right, they would do an iced coffee for me as well in a reusable. So that really excited me for, yeah,
There you go.
Lots of coffee.
Shout out to the cup.
Yeah, man, jet fuel.
New hotspot. All right. So last question. Let's kind of dive into your soul here. So right now, young entrepreneur, recently married, building your business, taking care of the world by your processes. What is your why? What is your why in business as a young entrepreneur today? That might change in a few years, but today, tell us a little bit about what's in your soul that you work for, you strive for.
Okay. Oh man, that's a fantastic question as well. I think off the top of my head, first thing that comes to mind is personal relationships. And I mean, the cleanings are great. Knowing that people's homes are left as refreshed as possible, whether they have kids, pets, or if they're elderly, what's running through my mind is I want to make sure these carpets are providing the cleanest environment for these people. But even above that is the actual one-on-one relationship I have with my clients. That's a driving force for me. I mean, it's to the point now where I've been doing this long enough where my clients who had newborns a year and a half, 2 years ago, their kids are 2 years old now. And I've kind of got to watch them grow up in 6-month increments. And I'm thinking like, wow, if things go according to plan and I keep this up, it's going to be a trip seeing this kid as a 7-year-old. And like, they might know me by name and I'm just carpet cleaner Pat that comes over to the house and cleans carpets and catches up for a little bit. And it's that kind of like family friendly cohesiveness that I really love with the business.
That's awesome.
That's my why. That's what keeps me going, is building relationships and maintaining them, just like the carpets.
That's super unique and I love it.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
thanks.
so cool.
Very cool. Dave, what do you have on a wrap-up question?
Yeah,
Anything
so
left over?
where can people find out more about you? I mean, you got an amazing business and you're really driven and you're providing like some of the best experiences people can have getting their carpets cleaned. Where can people find you?
All right. Well, you can find me tinkering around in my shop in downtown Oceanside. It's not a storefront, but you can look through the window and watch me fixing machines. But other than that, for business purposes, you can reach PCH Dry Carpet Cleaning via any Yelp search, Google search, but I highly recommend you check out our website, www.pchdrycarpetcleaning.com. There's a wealth of information related to this process that I described, and I just think it's a great place to kind of to research if you're kind of unsure if you want to take the leap to join the carpet cleaning process. But you can also find me on Instagram at PCH Dry Carpet Cleaning, and our phone number is 858-761-4183. And my name's Patrick.
And if you check out his Instagram page, you can see some insanely nasty before and afters.
Oh yeah.
Some nasty ones. We've got a chance to witness some of those. Mine house might have been in one of those or two, but you can definitely tell what Patrick does when you see the before and afters. So check it out. And if you are a client of Patrick's already and you're watching this episode, go to Yelp, give him a plug, 5-star review. Let's build this guy's business. Let's get him cleaning as many carpets a day as he possibly can. Patrick, great having you on the show with us today.
It was an absolute pleasure.
Dude,
how fun.
I'm glad I twisted your arm hard enough to get
yeah. You twisted my arm to drop in, and here we are. Made it to the other side.
So again, Loan Coach Kelly in CNG brought you this episode of North Coast Coffee Chats. And quick shout out to our Max Lux Media hosts for running our podcast. Gentlemen, you guys do a fantastic job. Thank you for the amazing facility. And if you're out there and you're an entrepreneur and you're inspiring to try to grow your business, build relationships, find ways to network and grow without having to hire employees, look up northcoastnetworkinggroup.com in CNG. We meet every Thursday from 7:15 to 8:30. We're a group of nearly 40 entrepreneurs. We've generated over $3 million in revenue amongst the members of this group, and we're constantly seeking the next entrepreneur who wants to be a part of it. So thanks for tuning in. Look forward to hosting you guys on our next episode of North Coast Coffee Chats.
Happy chatting.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, boys.
Hey, happy St. Patty's.